sites such as the Native Plant Database, Plant Native, America's Beauty, or eNature. You can't go wrong with herbs. Not only do bees adore them, but they are edible, help control invasive insect populations, smell nice, and look wonderful. Many vegetables in the garden must flower first, attracting pollinators and ensuring a good harvest. Bees love the flowers from cucumbers, onions and chives, pumpkins, and other squash, as well as all types of melons. And nearly every fruit tree will attract bees when flowering too. I'm Kathy Isom, Southeast AgNet.
When it really counts, depend on the source for the latest weather updates, keeping you ahead of the storm. 96.3 FM, 1370 AM, The Source.
Today will be mostly cloudy with a thunderstorm and a high of 85 to 88. Then partly cloudy tonight with spotty showers and a low of 70 to 72. Rather cloudy on Friday, a couple of showers and a thunderstorm mainly later in the day. High tomorrow 84 to 87. Then look for a thunderstorm or two Saturday afternoon. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm Holly Holdren.
You know what you want to do in retirement, but do you know how to get there? Tune in to Coasting into Retirement with Gary Marriage of Nature Coast Financial Advisors, Sunday mornings at 8 to get answers to your retirement planning questions. Plan today so you can do the things you've always dreamt about doing in retirement. Listen Sunday mornings at 8 to Coasting into Retirement with Gary Marriage of Nature Coast Financial Advisors.
Our firm offers insurance services.
Are you wasting time boxing up packages and going to the post office or the UPS store? Are you tired of not knowing what you'll pay when you get there? Just Ship offers pickup service and flat rate packaging and postage rates, which takes the guesswork out of shipping while saving you time and money. So quit wasting valuable time and money. Call or text Just Ship at 352-234-3840. That's 352-234-3840. Just Shipped.
This is Ocala Talks with Tom Schmidt, bringing stories that are important to our community in and around Ocala. Plus, of course, a splash of sports as well. Now, here's your host, Tom.
Welcome back to Ocala Talks. It's Thursday. Every other Thursday, Alex Abishan, one of the public information officers for the Marion County Commission, either he comes in or one of the commissioners come in. Alex is in with us today. Alex, good morning.
Good morning, Tom. It's always a pleasure to be with you. Thank you so much for having me.
I saw the photos of the Star banner, plus I talked to some people. Big groundbreaking yesterday. I saw the president of the CEP, Angie Lewis, was out there. Commissioner Gold was there. Tell us about the groundbreaking and why it's important to our area.
Yeah, we had Kevin Sheely over. We had a bunch of folks over. The Marion County Commission participated. Commissioner Gold and Commissioner Stone over north of Ocala at I-75 and US 27. This is a groundbreaking for the Red Rocks distribution center, a new spec distribution center that Red Rocks Development is building. They are no stranger to the Ocala area. Red Rocks Development is the company that built the 600,000 square foot distribution center that about a year ago was leased by Amazon. And Amazon started that distribution center operation with about 100 employees. They now employ more than 300 of our neighbors here in Marion County. That's just one of the operations there in the Ocala Marion County Commerce Park, which is there off that side of I-75. Of course, the other tenants there are, Chewy, FedEx, AutoZone, and it's important to note that that Commerce Park is now completely full. There's no more room, and that's why we're looking to expand into other areas for potential distribution centers, because there's a lot of interest in this area. And
Let me stop you real quick. Why do you think people like Amazon, Chewy, AutoZone, FedEx, Dollar General, why do you think a lot of these distribution centers, I know that Costco has signed a pseudo distribution center here in the old Kmart building, the old Kmart distribution center. Why do you think that Marion County is getting all these DCs?
Well, one of the few, there's a few reasons. There's a great workforce, great schooling, technical schooling through Rasmussen College of Central Florida, things like that. But the main reason is the transportation hub and Ocala's location, Marion County's location as, as a transportation point and extremely well located within the state of Florida. The drive times are just perfect for... You've got basically an hour to Daytona, an hour and a half to Jacksonville, 2 hours to Tampa, about an hour, hour and a half to Orlando. Then you're looking at 4 hours to Miami, 4 or 5 hours to the south side of Atlanta, the McDonough area. And you can reach most of the southeast within 5 to 6 hours. So,
It's all well within an 8-hour drive.
mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely.
New Orleans, from here to New Orleans. People think New Orleans is a long way away. I can go from Ocala. I've done it. I went to the national championship game a couple times. From Ocala to New Orleans, 7.5 hours.
Yep. Yeah, if you're a CDL driver working an 8-hour day, you can get from Ocala to most of your southeastern destinations in an 8, maybe a 10. No, you wouldn't be able to make the mid-south, but as far as deep south, southeast, yeah, you can make that region in a 10-hour day. And the exciting thing is that Red Rock is so confident in this community. You know, they already built one of these distribution centers. Amazon was a 600,000 square foot distribution center. This one's going to be 1 million square feet, and they're building it on speculation. They're building it with the confidence that this is an area, that this is a business that's going to succeed, and they'll be able to attract a tenant to occupy this location. Not just that there will be the business to support it, but that there will be the workforce and the skilled workforce to supply this kind of labor, because we've seen it happen at all of these facilities, at Chewy, at AutoZone, at FedEx, at Amazon, and at the Dollar Tree distribution center that's filling up jobs faster than expected and with higher quality workers than expected. That's what we've heard from Kevin Sheely at the CEP, from the senior officials at Dollar Tree. Now, I do want to note, because it's part of my job as I'm disseminating this information. I'm also hearing back from the public. A lot of people are concerned that as we build these big distribution centers, that we're paving over horse country. We're just developing all of Ocala, all of Marion County, and pretty soon there's going to be nothing left of Marion County but just giant distribution centers and parking
gas
lots
stations and car washes.
Right, exactly. And I can tell you that there are hundreds and hundreds of square miles of this beautiful county that will never be developed for a variety of reasons. So we've got the National Forest. Obviously, that's never going to be developed. We've got state parks. We've got county parks. We've got protected land that by law will never be developed. Right. We've also got, on the county side, our own agreements with Horse Farms Forever, farmland preservation area, designated rural land that will never be developed. And our goal is to be as intentional as possible in guiding growth, guiding good growth, and preserving the kind of community values that people value about this area. The reason that people move to Ocala and Marion County, it's for that small town feel, it's for the rural environment, and we're dedicated to preserving that.
A lot of people move to Marion County. I know I can count on both hands, both fingers, and writing some more down, probably 50, 60 people that I know that are transplants here, that said one of the first things that drew them here was they just drove around the county to look at everything, and the horse farm said, yeah, this is where I want to come.
Yep.
It's home. Because if you drive out 225A or 225 or out 326 out towards Fellowship, or you go up towards the Reddick area, you cannot beat the beauty of the rolling hills and horse farms we have.
Oh, absolutely. The forest, the prairies, I mean, the sandhill land.
And that doesn't discount the horse farms that are all over the county.
Right.
But in the northwest end of the
and that's the farmland preservation area.
Yeah.
That's Horse Farms Forever. We work very closely with them to make sure that we preserve those large tract rural agricultural zones that are dedicated to horse farms and that kind of zoning.
That's why the county commissioners, all 5, signed and sent a letter to the Florida Department of Transportation to Tallahassee that, no, you're not bringing the toll road through our horse farms.
Mm-hmm. And as we see, Marion County kind of make this transition, the greater Ocala Metro make this transition to be this logistics and distribution hub, we're also walking that balancing act to, we don't want to see roads, these toll roads come in and destroy these parts of this community. We want to preserve, what we've got while transforming, cementing our status as a logistics and distribution hub. But we have the infrastructure in place. We can just improve it. And those plans are in place with the Transportation Planning Organization. We have plans in place at that interchange, 27 and I-75. That's going to be in the works in the next couple of years to completely redesign that interchange for much better traffic flow.
I've heard there's even talk from the DOT that there may be distribution center use only exits right at the where Chewy and all are, because
correct.
Like
and 341 as well.
Right, Publix and Winn-Dixie up in Jacksonville. If you go travel I-10 in Jacksonville, there are two exits that are for 18-wheeler use access only, and they just take you to the Winn-Dixie distribution and the Publix distribution. Yep. But the DOT built that to help with the traffic flow and everything, because right now, let's be honest, 326 is a mess.
Yeah, it's something. It's definitely something that's being considered by by the Transportation Planning Organization, and it's conversations that are being had, and it's something that we're asking for community help with. Look into the Transportation Planning Organization (TPO) in Marion County. There are surveys that you can take, share your opinions, your frustrations with the current traffic model, where you're having particular issues, and those opinions will be taken into account as we develop these plans.
It happened with 484.
Correct.
People complained about 484, the travesty that is the mess at 484, and now by 2022, the summer of 2023, 484 should be cleaned up and should be a lot easier
that
to get
interchange at 484 and I-75. Those plans are already in place, and construction is expected to begin
very
soon.
The way they cleaned up 200, the interchange at 200 flows much better now. Mm-hmm. And people think that we build these DCs and then we go, oh, now we got to fix the roads. No, it's all planned at the same time.
There's a comprehensive plan. Sometimes it can get a little bit out of whack, but we absolutely do our best on the planning and zoning side to make sure that all that growth moves together and we co-locate as much as possible. There's so many agencies that have to get on the same page. You have the federal road planning between I-75 and U.S. highways. Yep. You have the county roads. You have the state
Florida
roads.
DOT.
You have different utilities providers. All these people have to get on the same page and have to move on projects simultaneously.
So what are you saying, Alex? It's not an easy process?
No, it's not. It's not an easy process, and sometimes you have to make things move pretty quickly, and that can be difficult on the government side. But we're getting better at it. I have to say we're getting a lot better.
We are getting better at
it. Now,
I want to give a shout out real quick.
Okay.
I do have to say that thank you to Chewy.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you why. My fiance was a transplant here a couple years ago, that she was found in a nationwide search to be one of the operational management positions, one of the big
fantastic.
operational She no longer works at Chewy. She opened her own business, just shipped. But without Chewy bringing her into our community and her buying a house here and making this her home now, I wouldn't have been saved. So thanks, Chewy.
I think my cats are looking forward to their auto ship food order landing on our doorstep today.
Isn't that great? Yeah. So I'm sorry. You wanted to
No. I wanted to talk about, while we're talking about growth, I wanted to mention, as so many people are moving into the community, because of those values that we just talked about.
What is it, 150 a week or something?
Right.
Like that?
No. And could be increasing more. 150 a week was what we were looking at last year, and our numbers, we continually have to update those projections because they keep becoming outdated. We could be closer to 200 at this point. We have a deficit of about 4,000 homes right now in Marion County that we're trying to keep up to, and that means property values in Marion County are at their highest points they've ever been in Marion County. Value of local property in Marion County right now across the whole county, over $24 billion.
That's with a B, folks.
Yep.
B.
So the county's working hard to try and balance.
But some people would
balance
say
that development.
Some people would say, though, the county has nixed a couple developments that could have helped with the housing crisis recently, and that they, why would you do that when we're in such a shortage for houses?
Well, it's a question of where you develop and how you develop. And it's the plans that are brought in place to the commission, and it's a question of, we have a comprehensive plan for the county, the comp plan. Is the use of the land in the best public interest for the county, the best public interest for the residents, and does it adversely affect the surrounding area and the surrounding residents? And for a couple of these developments, I know a lot of talk was made recently about the Schilling property in Summerfield, where there's an apartment complex coming in. Would be non-age restricted multifamily homes, 300 or 350 homes.
355, I think, something like that.
In Summerfield, and that development was denied by the commission. They're considering coming back with another application, but it's incongruous. The problem with developments like that is it's incongruous to the community that's already located there.
And a lot of people forget. People say, well, I read the newspaper article that the county staff and all, and the boards that this goes in front of first to try to weed out some of the issues before it goes in front of the county commission, they all supported this. Well, why did the county commission just go ahead and vote yes? Well, nowhere in the charter does it say just because county staff or just because the boards that are seated by the county commission, they put people on these boards to make decisions that help get it to the county commission. Nowhere does it say the county commission has to rubber stamp what these commissions or what the county staff is doing. The county commission takes all that in under advisement, and then each individual commissioner makes their own decision about how to proceed.
Yeah, and it's not like no development is being approved. We're seeing significant new development. We're seeing new family homes being built. We're seeing medium density residential. There's
construction everywhere.
We're working hard to address those needs. The needs are just pretty significant right now.
I saw somebody building a house in Irish Acres the other day. I thought I'd never see another house go in Irish Acres. Nope, Irish Acres is being developed finally. It sat dormant for 10 years because of the economic downturn of 2008, 2009. But now you see 2x4s and trusses going up. And by the way, it's really expensive to build a house right now because, like I said, you know how to tell a rich person in Marion County.
That's another thing that developers are having to weigh, and the county is having to weigh as well. Lumber is at its highest price in potentially ever. I mean, I haven't looked, I haven't actually crunched the numbers and looked statistically, but
a piece of plywood's
$90 right now. Yeah, it's insane. I mean, I was thinking about building a raised bed, raised garden bed at my house not long ago. I was like, this
you don't have $400.
Not going to happen.
You don't have $400.
I could do it with cinder blocks.
Yeah, cheaper.
Figure something out. But no, you mentioned you mentioned the economic downturn, and that's another thing that you're going to start seeing pretty soon. Is another thing the commission discussed this week is the American Rescue Plan.
Yes.
The next wave of coronavirus relief funding. The Marion County Commission.
More stimulus.
Marion County is set to receive about $71 million, approximately $71 million. It's aimed specifically at rehabilitating public sector projects. So there's a few different things that the county is seeking to fund. The details are still getting hammered out, as one would have heard at the commission meeting this past week. If you hop on our website, look at the agendas, and look at the plan provided, we do have an initial draft proposal. The commissioners are still weighing that. We've received about half the money. We are still putting together a plan on how to use that.
Can any of it be used to give you a raise?
I hope so. I don't see that happening, but I'm lobbying for it. No,
what is some of the things that may have an earmark for this?
I'll tell you the biggest portion, biggest portion, about $50 million, is going to go toward water and sewer projects, and that
is
a
huge deal.
Need. in our county, specifically in there's a few communities. The Lowell area is already seeing that
the leakage
right now.
The leakage from septic tanks and from drain fields of nitrates back into the groundwater and into our rivers and our lakes.
In Lowell, that need is already going on. Central Water is already happening right now, and the county already budgeted back in April that this money was coming in. We were going to fund about half of that project with this funding, so we had that in mind. But Central Water and Sewer are so necessary in communities like Silver Spring Shores, where you see significant nitrate and nitrogen leaching into the Silver Springs water body. The same thing in communities adjacent to Rainbow River, and that is not just a Marion County thing. We're seeing changing regulations from the state of Florida that are going to require a significant amount of homeowners fairly soon to shift away from septic tanks onto central sewer or shift to advanced disposal systems. And we're already seeing a change in regulation from the State Department of Health in Marion County that if you're building a new home, you've got to either be on a 5-year plan. You can put in a new septic system if you're on a 5-year plan to get central sewer, or you have to have an advanced treatment system.
That's it. You can put a septic in if your area is designated that within 5 years you'll have central sewer. If not, you got to put an advanced system.
And this is it's 100% necessary. I mean, we're already seeing, because of the weather we've seen over the past couple of weeks, this massive dry spell. Of course, we're finally seeing some rain over the past few days, but we've seen the wildfires, we've seen the incredible dry weather, but we've also seen, at Lake Weir, the algal blooms that we've experienced.
Lake Weir was closed for a couple weeks.
Well, not closed, but there was a public health alert issued
they said they suggest you don't get in the water.
Right. Levels were extremely, extremely low. We issued some caution signs from the state. That risk is gone. The water is safe to swim, to wade in. We do encourage, if you see an algal bloom, any foul-smelling water, if you see algae on the surface, stay away from it.
Yeah.
But Lake Weir is at this time safe to swim, safe to wade, safe to
boat. And by the way, it was safe just in time for Memorial Day.
Right. And we were very thankful to get that notice from the Department of Health. That was something I worked very hard on.
Are you aware of this? Next Monday night, there's a group called the Marion County Historical Commission.
Yes.
Are you aware of this commission?
I am very aware of this commission.
I know a guy in this room that sits on that commission.
Mm-hmm. You've been doing good work.
By the way, we're taking it on the road.
Yeah, where are you?
We're going to be
at
Fire Station number 1 on Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard.
Oh, nice.
We're going to be over there. We're giving people in West Ocala a chance to come out.
What time's
the
the meeting?
Starts 6 p.m.
6 p.m.
We encourage the public to come to this meeting, and we're going to do this again. We're going. We're working with On Top of the World to do a meeting out there. We're working with our library systems to put a meeting in Denellen, put a meeting in Silver Spring Shores. So we're gonna take the Marion Historical Commission on a road trip around the county to give people more access to one of the commissions that work, by the way, at the pleasure of the county commission.
And Marion County Historical Commission does outstanding work. I mean, between the Fort King Historical Monument, work with the Marion County Veterans Memorial Park,
the Museum of
Maud
History,
Barker House, the Archaeological Museum that's on the McPherson campus. Yep. There is a significant amount of history that is maintained through that commission. So.
Maybe if there's
stories that aren't being told, that's something to bring up too with the commission.
Yeah, 100%. And if we have a successful road tour, we'll try to convince Kathy, Carl, Michelle, Jeff, and Craig. Yep. Maybe they take their show on the road. I don't see that happening, but hey.
We've got a beautiful auditorium.
You really do have a beautiful auditorium.
Our meetings are available online. MarionFL.org. You can watch it on live stream or on demand.
Well, somebody asked me the other day, how do you, because I do trivia on Tuesday nights, so I can't go to city council meetings. Mm-hmm. I'm on the radio in the mornings when the county commission, they go, how do you know? So I go,
read the agenda.
I go pull the agenda up. Then I know exactly where to go on the video to watch what I want to hear about, and I go watch them on video. The entire meeting is on video for you to watch anytime you want to.
How much time we got left? I got one.
We got about a minute.
All right. It is first week of hurricane season, right? We're starting to see some weather blow in, and I just want to remind people our emergency management team runs a fantastic service called Alert Marion. If you are not registered for Alert Marion, please register now. AlertMarion.com. You will get real-time updates for any severe weather situation that occurs in Marion County. You can also find tips on how to prepare for severe weather. AlertMarion.com. Make sure to get yourself registered. It can save your life.
And I'll be reaching out to the Sheriff's Department to get the emergency management coordinator on the radio to talk about hurricane season.
Yeah, please do.
It's very important. Alex, thanks for coming in today.
Absolutely. Thank you. It's always a pleasure.
He knocks it out of the park every time he comes in, folks. Alex Abishan from the Public Information Office of the Marion County Commission. Coming up next, it's the show that's taking the world by storm, The American Moms, right here on WOCA, The Source.
Broadcasting from the Ocala International Airport, this is WOCA AM, W242CA FM, Ocala, 1370 AM, 96.3